Hi Gemini, I wanted to pop on here and do a reading for you guys. I hope that everybody's doing well. Before we get into this, I would like to set the intention for this to be a space where everyone allows themselves to feel seen and validated, and ultimately for this to be a safe space and a healing space in alignment with everyone's highest good. Ooh, what is this about? I'm looking at the Four of Wands. This can talk about marriage. This can talk about a relationship. Is something disturbing the peace? You may have gotten in an argument with somebody that you are close to. For some, this is somebody you're married to, maybe long-term relationship for some. Others, this is just some type of in-depth relationship that you have with someone. And I'm seeing there be some sort of disagreement, argument, but I'm seeing that we are now moving past whatever this was, okay? Whatever had happened. I don't know who's extending an olive branch here, but there may be an olive branch that is extended. I'm seeing. Maybe it's about moving into a place where you're willing to do this. You may feel like there's a lot going on too that you are trying to prioritize or focus on. And maybe you're trying to find the time to bring peace to a certain situation, Gemini. But maybe you feel stressed out when you think about this, because I don't know if this is you coming through to talk to this person or it's this person talking to you, but I'm seeing that there's like a sense of stress or overload that is tied to whatever it is, okay? Whatever offer this is. Yeah, for some, I'm definitely seeing this be a marriage. I'm looking at Cancer and Taurus here. This can be almost like digging up things from the past, like past arguments for some. Like maybe something happened and somebody got triggered and now it's like you're pulling up all of these things that happened in the past, something like that. When we confront people, especially in close interpersonal relationships, okay, the best way to do this is by bringing up one topic at a time. Otherwise, you're going to be trudging up things from long ago. And we want to be mindful not to do that so you can stay on topic and like resolve things one at a time. Otherwise, it's too confusing to enter into that space. It's too much. I'm hearing energetic memory. Interesting, Gemini. Yeah. Hi-oh. You're being guided to resolve this. For some, this is almost like a reconciliation type of energy, but you know, when we're reconciling things, that does not need to mean that you bring somebody back into your life or that you have to continue a relationship. It's more so like giving yourself peace, you know what I mean? And it's always your choice and that other person's choice if you want to continue on. But just because you move to a place of acceptance, processing, acceptance, forgiveness, it doesn't mean that it means that you need to, it does not mean that you need to have this person in your life. That's always a choice, and you can forgive somebody and still not want them to be in your life. I'm getting you deeply care for this person. Again, that does not mean that you have to have someone in your life. Sometimes things don't work out or you recognize things aren't healthy for you, but I'm seeing a genuine sense of love here, Gemini. Yeah, and I'm seeing somebody come through. It's like there had been some sort of discord in this relationship that you had with somebody, and maybe you feel like they're like a soulmate, or you feel like you get on really well with this person, and it's like there was some sort of disruption or chaos, something that we want to bring peace to, something that you felt like was an obstacle or some trials that you were going through here, and we're adjusting now, maybe even to moving into a new place, maybe even a new direction. And I'm seeing some sort of opportunity present itself to you, Gemini. And this is something that, as you see it, is balancing the scales. And I don't know if this is something new. Like, for those of you that have moved on, this is definitely something new. For those of you that are still dealing with this person, this can be them coming back through. Peace offering. I'm hearing peace offering. Like, again, maybe they want to apologize or something. But I'm seeing you feeling stressed out by something. Maybe it's almost like there's too much energy. I'm hearing in a crowded room. Maybe you're even letting go of some of the stress that you're feeling too. I'm looking at a lot of wands here, so I'm seeing a very passionate relationship. Something that you definitely feel emotionally and energetically tied to here. But I'm seeing it almost be like your guides coming through to help you out with this sense of stress you've been feeling. But maybe you even feel like in order to open a door that you want to open, that there's also stress that comes along with it, and that's just part of this for you. But something is going to be balancing out here ultimately, and it has to do with some sort of opportunity, something that's presented to you here. I'm looking at Cancer, Taurus, and Sagittarius. Yeah. For some of you, there's actually a marriage that has ended or a long-term relationship that has ended. I'm hearing long-standing. Like, you've definitely known this person for quite some time, and I'm seeing spirit guiding you to end this relationship. Or like maybe it goes against like some sort of religious belief or spirituality that you have, even though at one point in time you were strongly tied to this person. You could even be recounting things as well, like past arguments that you had with this person, why things didn't work out. It's almost like moving into a place where, like, you know, when you're in a situation and you're not at the point yet where you're ready to end something, so you kind of sweep things under the rug. It's almost like, because this ending is now happening, it's almost like all of those times that didn't feel right to you or felt unsettling, or arguments, it's like now you're recalling these things and being like, of course it wasn't going to work out. I'm seeing something like that here, Gemini. It's like everything's coming to the front now because you don't have those rose-colored glasses on anymore, and you're being really realistic about what the nature of this relationship was like. And I'm not seeing something that was very harmonious in regard to the duration of interactions of this relationship. It's like, maybe at the beginning things felt harmonious with this person, like you got on very well with them, and it's like if you look back at how the relationship played out, I'm seeing a lot of tension that you had with you between yourself and this other individual. Okay, somebody also may have been like in a proud energy too. I'm picking that up for some, like the person that you were dealing with. I'm hearing throwing stones at glass houses. Yeah, and I'm seeing you pull back from this. It's recognizing that you need a break. You may even, after whatever relationship this is that's come to an end, you may be taking time for yourself here. Like you feel like you need time to reset. Time to yourself, rest and recuperate. Wow. This is a lesson for you. A lesson for you about taking care of yourself here, doing what's best for you. Going through a major cycle of release here, Gemini. I'm seeing something balancing out, especially emotionally. And a lesson that we're learning about adapting and about moving through. It's like conquering the obstacles that you are met with, especially in relation to this dynamic in particular. So it's like, as you close the door on this and you're taking time for yourself, I'm seeing an opportunity presenting itself here. Something that's going to balance the scale, so to speak, something that you manifested. And I'm seeing there be being a little bit of overwhelm, and maybe you're finding a sense of support from those around you. But maybe you're also getting in touch with your spirit guides that are helping you out with a sense of stress that you've been feeling. I'm also hearing turmoil. There may also be an opportunity to, I'm hearing reignite. Maybe this person that you had an ending with is returning. For some, I'm not seeing this for everybody, but for some, whoever this person is that you had an ending with, I'm seeing them come through and make some sort of offer to you. Like, almost like a peace offering. As I said in the beginning, it's like extending an olive branch to you. This is what they want to speak to you. Maybe you're even hoping that they're going to return and say this. You're being guided to call judgment on this. This means, like, assess the situation for yourself personally and be like, where do I feel like I want to go? How do I want to take this? Yeah, but I'm seeing a wish fulfillment come through for you. Interesting. So for some of us, if you went through a breakup and you were hoping for this person to return, there may be an opportunity that presents itself, like the door opens back up. If this is something that you want to take part in. For others, I'm seeing you moving on here because you completed some sort of lesson with an individual. So it's like now you're looking for new opportunities. And I'm seeing that that's actually what's going to be opening doors for you here. And even though it feels stressful because you know you're manifesting things that you want, like there may be some time and effort and focus that need to be put into this. I'm seeing your guides helping you out with the wish fulfillment that you have. Even though like it's a lot that you're taking on here. And it must really be a lot too, because you know Gemini is very good at, generally speaking, very good at like multitasking and having a lot on your plate and getting things done as well. So it must be really heavy, whatever this thing is that's stressing you out. So I'm looking at Saturn, Sagittarius, Taurus, and Cancer. This can be those areas of your chart if it's not you with another. It can always be those areas in someone else's chart. It can be a combination of the two. I'm seeing you taking time for yourself here. For some of us, this is shadow work that we're doing, Gemini. It's like looking within, reflecting. It's almost like you're trying to find something here. Maybe something going on. What is this? There's some sort of surprise. I'm seeing you looking within here and almost recognizing an aspect of yourself. It's like a part of yourself that feels confident, that feels secure. I'm hearing this very strongly. Maybe confident to do things independently, and you know that you don't need anybody. If you feel like you have to sacrifice things that you're not willing to compromise, you know, like having that confidence to be like, I'm going to do things my way when I want to, when I'm not willing to compromise. This is very fiery energy. Maybe we're getting in touch with the fire in our chart. I'm looking at Mars here, so This is very much like the confidence of Aries energy. Also Scorpio. Ooh, whatever tower this is that's coming through, this is justice. Very interesting. I'm looking at Mars and I'm looking at Libra and Virgo here. Maybe we're also reflecting and looking within and understanding a part of ourselves that feels impulsive too. And maybe we're maturing in that sense as well, like not so willing to jump into things, but to rather think about things before we make movements towards like relationships and whatnot. This also goes again with that whole vibe of like when you're confident and you feel like you can get things done independently and that you don't need anyone in your life, it opens up opportunities for you to allow people into your life that you want to have there rather than out of necessity, you know? And maybe this is also something that we've been reviewing, because I'm seeing us look within and understand certain tendencies that we have that are tied to impulsively wanting to jump into things. This can be talking on a physical level. It's like before you have an emotional connection with someone, or even our understanding if you compute with them in that way. Maybe in the past you had a tendency to physically jump into relationships. I'm hearing forced intimacy. Maybe this was also an energy that you were dealing with as well. You know what? It's normally a reflective process when we're looking within at things at ourselves. The energies that were met around us complement that in some sort of way. So if you feel like you are in a position where you feel like needy or you need some type of relationship, sometimes we're willing to flex boundaries that we actually don't want to be crossed, but we allow it to happen for the sake of having someone in our lives. But I'm seeing you really reflecting on this too. Like in a way where there's like a molting energy. There's some sort of change that we're going through here. There's a maturation. Okay. For some of us, there's somebody coming through that is not going to be approaching you in the way that you want them to. Like, you may feel like this is not respectful, the way that this person approaches you. Regardless of how you place this energy specifically, like what you label it as, this is something unwanted that's coming through for you. I'm seeing this person come through and message you, and you're being guided not to take it. I'm hearing kindly disregard. This is not something you're expecting. It's tied to the tower here. Yeah. I just said kindly disregard. You're being guided not to take whatever this is. This person is coming through like this. Like they may front like there's depth to it, but they're more focused physically towards you than anything. And this is not somebody that is coming from a place that's really in touch with their emotions here. Although this person may present in a way, like front in a way that's actually different than what's going on behind the scenes here. I'm getting something like that. Like they may be offering you something shiny, but it's like not actually like that. And I'm seeing you discerning this. Because you want what's going to feel stable to you. You want something mature here. You want something that's going to matter, something that's going to be worth it to you. And this is also protecting yourself from feeling hurt as well. It's like, I'm seeing it be like, if you take the offer from this person, I'm seeing it lead to things like escalating into something that you don't want to happen. And this is why you're being guided to really meet this with a sense of discernment here. And this is to protect your heart space. Yeah, you're being guided to go off on your own here. I'm seeing something going on with the throat chakra as well. Like, this may be something that you're communicating, like calling out with this person that you're not interested in whatever it is they're offering to you here. I'm seeing them also be very distracted. It's like I'm getting this feeling like, yeah, you're being guided to set boundaries with this person. I'm getting the feeling like this person may not be present, not only to you, but I'm not even seeing them be necessarily present to like their own self here. This is somebody very distracted. Maybe they're very distracted by physical things around them, and there's not like a deeper existential sense of